Hey guys, welcome back to XATV. Thank you for stopping by for another podcast video. And today we are going to talk big news about the big transfers that ATK Mohun Bagan are going through. And for that, of course, I need a good fan. A proper fan can tell better information about these transfers and how it can affect a team. So I have got Avi back for the podcast, and we are going to do this as a series. Many videos will be coming on about that. So stay tuned and do hit the subscribe button. So Avi, welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you, Aurelia. Thank you.
Yeah. So Avi, first of
Say-
all, before we start about the transfer news, what are your thoughts? What is your reaction? ATK Mohun Bagan back into the AFC Cup, topping the group, and in the next round. What's your reaction to that?
I was a little bit disappointed after the first match we lost to Gokulam Kerala. It was just maybe it can be called a fluke, but it's still a defeat. We lost one of the main wall of our defenses in that match. I don't know when he will be back. He has probably got a grade 2 or a grade 3 ACL. Won't probably back before the next ISL. I think we need to find a good new CB in place of TD. Uh, of course, we have Chingan, we have Pritham, we have Carl McHugh who is playing the role of TD right at this moment. But still, we have to find a new CB. But it's good that we have come back from the defeat. Defeated Mazia 5-2 and Basundara 4-0, showing that we have dominance. We don't talk shit like other coaches. We do it on the field, and that's why I believe that the one is one of the best coaches right now in India.
Yeah, well said. Now, talking about defense, of course, you all had some defensive issues in the first match against Gokulam. So, the first biggest transfer and the most recent transfer we'll talk about, that is confirmed by most major well known sources, is that Hyderabad's Ashish Rai is in your team. He's joined ATK Mohun Bagan for reported about above 1 crore transfer fee. What's your thoughts on that?
I believe Ashish Rai was not the first priority of this team as we already had Prabhudas. But after this Prabhudas scenario, we needed someone who was a national team level right back and who could play in that position. And I don't believe anybody is more has more technology or has more ability in that to play in that position as Ashish Rai. He has a good crossing ability like Prabhu back, he can defend, he gives all out. He is a very passionate player. He has been proving it in day out in Hyderabad. He's already proven player. Only of 23 years of age. He has his much amount of his career left, and playing in ATKMB is only boost his career. And I believe that this transfer is maybe a little bit expensive too, as we got listener also came for about in that that much time, that much money also we have to give to get it's around 1 crore, and now Ashish is also 1 crore. But I believe this transfer will hit as the Liston transfer was, and as Liston was one of the highest goal scorers in a previous ISL season, we may see that Ashish Rai may be the highest assister in the next upcoming season. Let's hope so, and let's see how the transfer moves or transfer takes place.
Yeah, talking about the transfer fee, do you feel that ATK Mohun Bagan have like overpaid for Ashish Rai? Because there are like many fans. When it comes to money, the paid transfers are very rare in ISL for the moment. So Ashish Rai is valued at 1.25 crores. Of course, ATK Mohun Bagan will have to cross that margin. So do you think paying about 125 crores for Ashish Rai is like overpriced, or is it a good sum to pay for such a talented player?
The money matters only when you get quality players. People talked a lot when Liston came to MB, being one of the highest Indians to ever get transfer fee of ever 1 crore, and he showed in his performance that he's able, he's worthy of that transfer money. I believe Ashish is too a great candidate for after Liston. He will to be a great right back, and I believe that 1.25 crores maybe for some people, like many critics, will be definitely high price, but you getting such a valuable player like Ashish Rai, who can cross, who can defend, who can attack, who can take it, making those crucial runs, who can pass. I believe that money doesn't matter here. I believe that getting a good technical and valuable player matters, which we have got in the name of Ashish Rai.
That's interesting. Now, talking about the reason why Ashish Rai came, the Prabir Das situation where Prabir Das has joined Bengaluru and Ashik is coming, I think so, to ATK Mohun Bagan. When you first heard this news, what was your reaction?
The Prabir Das situation, I was very much shocked. Prabir Das is like the fanboy, the poster boy, and most probably one of the most favorites or one of the most favorite players of one in ATKMB. We all love him. He's very passionate. He gives us everything into the play. He tracks back. He does good cross. He's very aggressive. He is just a player you want to a club to have. And Prabir Das leaving was such a shock to me. But can't do anything. It's a matter of fact that he wants to leave. Though, and to be honest, we will really miss him. Even if Ashish Rai comes in, some people say that emotions don't have any value in football. I believe emotions do have.
True.
Uh, Even if Ashish Rai comes, he will not like be as the man as Prabir Das one. Prabir Das was like Prabir Das used to celebrate with each and every player when they got an assist. He used to celebrate with David. He used to celebrate with Williams. He used to celebrate with Hugo. He was like the team man for like every
Yeah.
player. He would support every man. Ashish Rai though has come to the team, but I believe we'll miss that man, team man, and I
Uh,
believe that
so why?
played.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So why Prabir Das wants to leave ATK Mohun Bagan?
You see, Prabhudas Das is one of the most fan favorites and the poster boy of MB, as I like to say. But
Yeah.
I believe that Prabhudas Das has something to prove. I believe Prabhudas Das has played in ISL for the past 3 or 4 seasons. He's, he played in ATK, one of the greatest. He was 2019 season, where he was one of the more assist providers. He provided assists for David and Krishna. He did not play too much in 2020 season, but he came back again under 20 in 2021 season with Juan. He has been giving his all. He has been assisting. He has recently assisted in the Abohani match against with Abohani match in which he assisted one goal to David Williams. But he's going, I believe, is a matter of personal issue because I think he wants to prove himself. As a matter of fact, a player who is he's in the age of 28 to 29 is already he's in peak. He may have
Yeah.
2 to 3 years of age of his prime left, and he still hasn't represented Indian team. I believe he want.
Yeah.
I believe he want. He's every Indian player who plays in a club just want to represent an Indian team. And when you see the likes of Ashutosh Mehta, who is far big, he take it from me. I am a MB fan, Mohun Bagan fan. I believe Prabir Das is more capable than Ashutosh Mehta, and still Ashutosh Mehta gets called up in the squad and not Prabir Das. Well, Prabir Das is doing everything and every out what a team needs. But
Okay.
this is what saddens every player to not be able to part of the Indian team. And as being he doesn't have much time left, he wants to prove to Igor's match that despite being in unfavorable situations, that going away from home is always a very very serious, very very not not
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
to playing in a different situation, but going to BFC wants to prove a statement that even if he's not in a favorable ground, even he's in unknown grounds, he can do the exact same thing and take his position in the Indian sport. I believe this is the main reason that Prabhudas wants to show to Igor's team as that he deserves the place, and by moving from Mohun Bagan to Bengaluru, he will prove that even not only in Mohun Bagan, he will play great in Bengaluru and take a position of the right back in the Indian squad.
Oh, okay. So, keeping your biases aside, your unbiased opinion on this. Now we don't know if there's apart from the players, if there's any included in the swap deal. So, keeping that aside, let's assume there's no money being swapped.
Okay.
And by form, who you think is winning the swap deal? Is Bengaluru winning the swap deal, or is ATK Mohun Bagan winning the swap deal?
I believe that both are equal in terms. Like, I don't believe ATK Mohun Bagan will win the swap deal, because getting leaving Prabhudas is never a good option. You are leaving the fanboy. You are leaving the emotions. For I know Ashik Kurin is a very good player. Many BFC fans will get mad upon me that Ashik may be greater than Prabir, but sometimes the emotions play a big part. It's like is when the Manchester City fans bid adieu to Sergio Aguero. Everybody was crying. It's like that situation. You cannot do anything. The player wants to move on. The player wants to go to an unfavorable position or an unfavorable ground where he wants to, you know, represent his
Yeah,
country, fulfill his dreams. It's like we are, even if early Haaland comes to Man City, he will not be able to take the place of Sergio Aguero. It's like same situation in Mohun Bagan. As a Mohun Bagan fan, I believe even if Ashik comes in the team, he will never be able. And even Ashish also, Ashish Rai, Ashik Kurunen, anybody who comes in the team will never be able to take the status of Prabi. That man had his emotions deep in the hearts of the Maidan or the grounds of Calcutta. He was the proud son of one of the Calcutta, and he will be one of the favorite players of to remember in the faces of the streets of Kolkata. I believe so.
So, Avi, with David Williams and Roy Krishna, two of the most trusted servants, long-serving servants in the foreign players department for ATK Mohun Bagan, are going to leave this season, and it is confirmed. What are your thoughts on it? First, apart from their signings, the fact that they're leaving, what do you feel?
It's always very sad to see players of those caliber to go away, both David and Roy Krishna. But it's life, it's football. Everything has to go on, has to move on. As a MB fan, I am sad and happy both at the same time, because I'm sad because I'm missing. We'll miss the games of David. We'll miss the trio of Prabir. You know, assisting David, Prabir assisting where Roy assisting David. Link up between Roy and David. Yeah, duo.
Yeah.
But football. But it's football. We all at the some time it has to end. The duo will come to an end. That Borussia also had one of the best duos of Lewandowski, Marco Reus, and Mario Götze. But at last only Marco Reus was left. It's like that.
Yeah.
We'll miss those two, but I think both David Williams and Roy Krishna doesn't fit in the system of one. That's why they are leaving, and because
Okay.
one likes to play someone who is plays as a. I believe it's my belief only that
Yeah.
one likes
Yeah.
someone who can play in the position of false nine. Both David Williams and Roy Krishna are not false nine striker. They are particularly fox in the box, the finishers type of striker. If you who will give them the ball, will finish, will score, and will give you the lead. But in last match, and if you see in the match of Mazia versus ATK Mohun Bagan,
ATK.
yeah, yeah. So one played Johnny Kauko as that false nine striker. So Johnny Kauko he was in the midfield, but he's not playing in attacking midfield position. He's playing. He's coming back. He's dropping in. He's passing the balls, and some when he's required, he's scoring the goal. That's why you see Johnny Kauko scored 2 goals, and almost could have scored a hat trick. He scored a brace. So Juan needs a false nine striker who could drop deep down and pass the ball. As we don't have Hugo Bomas right now in this, he's injured. I don't know when Hugo will be back. I hope he's okay. He'll be back in the next match only. So Juan needs a false nine striker, and nobody in our team except Kaukan who can do the role. David played that part in the Gokulam match, and we know what happened in that match. So I know. So we can't, rely on David and Roy, to be honest, to be doing that part. And to be honest, we also see that both David and Roy are almost at the end of their prime period. Like they are at the end. Like we know maximum 1 or 2 years they can give, and after that, their peak, their prime will be ending. Roy has been missing a lot of chances. I'll not tell of David because David recently has scored a hat trick. Roy recently too has scored against the Ala in the last match, but the number of chances we have missed under Roy. It's you see, if you have had 5 chances, we have missed 3 and converted 2. So that is to this alarming scene to be seen. So it's both good for the both of the parties. So it's like a mutual, respect to each other, that I am letting you to go to another club you play, and I am taking another. It's like respect. It's not like they are kicking them out of the team. It's one knows the caliber of Roy and David, but for to achieve success, one has to make some little bit of sacrifices.
Yeah,
I believe this
happened.
David and Roy are the sacrifices to be made. And Aurelio, best of luck to David in your team, who will be representing your team soon. I believe he scores
Yeah,
as much of goals in your team as he has scored for mine. After all, David is the best uh, Asian foreigner to play in
Asia.
ISL. Yeah, he's the best Asian foreigner to
So
play in ISL.